This is my home for the next 3 nights, to fish this incredible lake, with over 400 carp up to an incredible 40 pounds, with some incredible looking ones at that. So, this was going to be my biggest adventure yet. Right, so as you may have read from the title, this is no ordinary carp fishing session. As for the next 3 nights, I'm gonna be carp fishing in this luxury house behind me. And boy am I excited, as there's some biguns in here. The biggest fish in here is around 40 pounds. There's some real lookers too, some really nice looking fish. Last week someone had 2 30s out and they were mint, they were insane. And not only that, the 40, the big one, has not been out all year. It is literally due out around now, so you never know. I could be the one to land it, and if I do catch it, that will literally double my international PB, which would just be, that'll be insane. But anyway, I'm really excited, as we've got loads of luxury stuff. We've got, well, an entire nice big house. We've got a hot tub. We've got loads of stuff. It's going to be really good. Now, I have arrived a little bit late. It's 4 o'clock, and as you can see, it is starting to get dark. So I'm just going to have a little lead around, see if I can find a few spots, chuck some PVA bags on them. Right, so before setting up, I'm just going to have a little lead around. I was told to look out for this kind of drop off around that area from that willow down to kind of this little like bit that juts out. Well, there's no weed or like mud around the lead, so it should be good. It's all just really soft, like really kind of, it's probably just leaves and stuff and just a bit of like silt. I think this might be like a pub chuck scenario, just chucking out some PVA bags. Oh, it's nice and rocky down here. That's right in the margins. I think this might just be a pub chuck scenario. Before I continue with the video, I just want to ask if you can subscribe, as I'm trying to hit 3k subscribers by the end of the year. I know it sounds impossible, but if everyone who's watching this video subscribed, we would hit the goal in no time. After finding a few spots, I've prepared all the gear for the night. Let's add a few of them to the mix. So that's quite a lot, considering, well, I don't know, I'm not going to use too much, just enough to have a few of them out there. There we go, that's it. Well, the great thing about fishing in a luxury carp fishing place is that you've got plenty of good lighting and shelter. Don't need this anymore. But yeah, I've got the first rod out. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put the second. I'm either just going to pub chuck it like long to the other side of the lake, or chuck it in the margins next to the lily pads. I mean, it's quite warm today. I think it was 17 in the daytime. Pressure's been low, and I have a feeling about that spot. Anyway, I think that's my only choice now, so I've already chucked one out long. It took quite a while to get the spots and everything out, and it's a bit dark now to find another spot. I mean, if I hear them crashing in a certain area, I'll probably move the rods there, but otherwise I think I'm just going to chuck it in the margins. I don't really know where else to do it. Otherwise, whilst I'm sat down, I might as well tell you a bit more about the lake. So basically, this is one of the lakes at Walford Pools in South Surney. It's a great place. It's a little complex of lakes. I think there's 6 or 7 lakes, and a lot of them have carp up to 40 pounds. One of them neighbouring me has 4 40s. This one has 1, has multiple mid to upper 30s, and yeah, there's some really nice ones in here. But the big ones are starting to come out. Although this is meant to be one of the hardest times of the year, last week someone had 2 30s in a night, so they're definitely around, and since the big one hasn't been caught, it's literally due now, you know, before winter, so you never know. What if I hook into the big one? That would be insane. If I could double my PB with a 40-pound UK carp. But otherwise, I'm kind of living the dream. I mean, I haven't even showed you guys the house, and it's a nice, it's just like a nice Airbnb, you know, you've got loads of, you've got a bed, there's like it's an arcade, it's TV, you've got literally everything. And yeah, I mean, if I catch something, this is going to be one of the coolest videos I've ever made. Anyway, now that I've got both the rods out, I've baited everything up, I'm probably just going to go inside and just enjoy the luxuries of this house, you know? I think it's a good thing to enjoy, you know? I mean, the fishing's great, but, you know, I also need to enjoy the house. Let me welcome you to paradise. This is just not right in carp fishing. You're not meant to have lovely, clean toilets like this. Most carp handlers, they don't do a poo in the ditch or even in the lake. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this luxury. Well enjoyed, that's for sure. I've done a lot of fishing this year, but nothing quite like being in a house. There was something really comforting about having rods out in the cold, whilst being safe and warm inside.
I wasn't actually going to film this trip. My intention was to focus on my fishing and relax a little after the busiest summer of my life. But I'm glad I did bring the camera along, because if I didn't, you'd never believe what happened.
Oh god. And yes, it may look a bit weird that I'm sleeping in a cardigan with chest mount and head torch on, but obviously if I do get a bite, I want to have everything rolling, straight away. And I want to also get out as quickly as possible and not be freezing cold in the night. I mean, if I'm being honest, it's pretty warm, it's 14 degrees. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now because it's 11 o'clock and yeah, I need some sleep. I woke up at first light to nothing, so decided to recast the rods and bait up the spots. Right, well this is quite late in the morning now, it's about 9:30, but yeah, I recast both rods at first light. The one that was in the margin, I just decided to give it a pub chuck, just somewhere into the middle, and the other one I cast into the same spot, but then decided to kind of recast it as I flew the drone up and kind of found this kind of perfect spot just off of this drop off. And yeah, I recast it there, I put a few spots over it. I didn't do too much filming because I was just tired, I wanted to just get it done. But yeah, otherwise it's been quite an event for me. I mean, I have had a few liners, which I assume wasn't the wind, considering currently it's like blowing a hoolie and there's nothing happening, no beeps. I had one about half an hour ago, the bi-alarm let out a couple bleeps, but yeah, overnight there was a few, but it was all pretty uneventful, to be honest. Well, I'm at a bit of a loss of hope now. I mean, hopefully something will happen. I'm now tempted to, recast that, the first rod out, the pub chuck one, and just cast into a good area and then spot over it, but it's so windy and I just cannot be bothered. I'm just going to leave it for now and then yeah, bait up a little bit later. Later that day, I reeled in the rods to give the swim a rest and eat out nearby. Upon coming back, I baited up the spots before recasting. This is what I was trying to use to fasten the rod pod down last night, connected to this bang stick. But I tripped over it this morning and snapped it. Right, so whilst I was filling the PVA bag for that rod, what looked to be a good carp jumped out on the other side, so hopefully it is a carp. And I'm just going to get my second rod out and cast straight to it. I'm not quite there, it's fine. Boom, done. Oh, God! I didn't realise there was a hole there. Right, well I've just come back from a lovely meal in Lechlade. The moment I came back, I got the rods out. I got the first rod out just under that tree. Just chucked one spot over it. And then I was gonna, do some leading around, try and find another spot along here. But then I saw a massive splash to the far bank. I'm assuming it was a carp. I don't really know what else could do that. So I've chucked the lead in that direction. It didn't really go far enough, but it went far enough, to be in the vicinity of the carp. So maybe something will happen. I mean, it's looking good. I mean, you can see the weather's pretty overcast and yeah, it just feels carpy. Although I'd seen a carp crashing near the rods, the afternoon remained silent. Right, well the rain has passed and we're now left with a beautiful sunset. Look at that. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, otherwise it's been pretty silent. No bites. I mean, we did see those fish showing, or I saw one fish, and the guy at the tackle shop said he saw 2 others showing over that spot. Not really much else. I guess I'm just going to wait it out, hopefully get on the fish tonight. I'm probably going to recast this, sort of, well, probably somewhere down there, probably nearer to those trees, and then just chuck a few spots over it, as, you know, I just wanted to cast that straight to where this carp were, you know, as a little pub chuck cast, you know, just in case. I didn't want to be chucking spots over them, because I know I'm going to get them. Although I haven't caught anything in 24 hours, you know, I've still enjoyed my time here, and this lake's the kind of place which you can just switch on, you know, out of nowhere. There was someone who fished the first night, had 5 fish, 2 30-pounders, and then the next 2 nights were just dead. So yeah, hopefully tonight is going to be one of those more eventful nights. Right, well the rainbow and sunset, it's kind of ended, but that was beautiful whilst it lasted. The rain's also stopped now. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to do now. I think I'm just going to wait. I mean, I was asking the guy at the shop, you know, on what I should do, and he said the best thing to do is just to chuck out a couple spots just before dark, you know, just as the sun's setting. We've still got a few hours, so I'm just going to relax. Oh god, I'm in a snag, are you kidding me? Been near a snag this whole time, are you joking? Oh no. I think there's still a rig on there. I'm gonna probably have to replace the hook. Oh god, I have messed that hook up big time. Wow. That ain't hooking any carp. Right, so as you can see, it is now pitch black, and yeah, I've got the rods out. Well, I haven't done anything with the first rod, but the second rod, I just recast it, chucked 6 bombs over it, and yeah, I'm probably going to recast the other rod now, just, you know, just to make sure everything's good. To be honest, I can't say I'm feeling all that confident tonight. I mean, I feel like I've got the rods in the right places, I've spotted over them, you know, my bait mix is nice, you know, it's got all the right ingredients, you know, to attract carp, so, you know, it's really up to them, and, you know, there's 400 carp in the lakes. I felt like, you know, if they were hungry, and according to, you know, everyone here, I'm doing the right thing. I say everyone, but like the bailiffs, you know, people that I've talked to who have fished here, you know, and just what I've been advised to do on the internet. So yeah, I feel like I'm doing everything right. No one else has caught on the lake yet, and I'm fishing off a drop-off into deeper water where the carp are known to be. So yeah, I mean, all I can do is hope. But instead of hoping, I'm probably going to be worrying that I'm not going to catch, considering, you know, last night I didn't catch anything, and the conditions was carpy as hell. There was like, you know, loads of rain, the pressure was low, it was windy, there was sort of wind blowing in the general direction, so I was honestly really hopeful of a bite. I think I did have a few liners, but that was literally it, you know, it didn't look like anything had really been touched. Right, well, it's a bit of a sober morning, as once again I've blanked. I recast the first rod, and then I decided to leave the second rod out since I just felt like it was in a good spot. I just wanted to leave it. I don't know why. and I reeled it in, and it was all tangled up. So I was done in an eye by a carp. It was very likely not tench or bream, since there's literally less than 10 of each species in here probably. So yeah, I got done. It's a good sign, I guess, but it's also really bad. So yeah, I've got both the rods out now, and hopefully another fish is going to be due. Right, well, I've just been given a really good opportunity. One of the guys who works around the lake said that some people on one of the lakes that's been fishing really well have just left, and that essentially I can now have lake exclusive access for the rest of the day, which is insane. The lake's a lot easier, and it's still got some really good carp. So I'm going to pack all my gear and go down there. That's so good. Oh my god, I'm honestly buzzing right now, because you never know, I could get a really good carp. Right, I'm going to go in and pack all my gear. Right, well, time to move to another venue. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited right now. It's honestly a really nice little pool. I'm just going to quickly have a walk around it, and then, yeah, then start fishing. The great thing about this lake is that I've got lake exclusive access, and no one else is fishing here. Last people that were fishing were here, and they had about, I think they had 10 fish in 2 nights. I won't be able to do the night here, unfortunately, but I can do the whole day, and they were getting day bites. Now, they were fishing on this side of the lake, which is the side that gets all the pressure, obviously, because there's like a cozy cabin, and that you can fish just straight off of there instead of bivvying up. What the guy recommended is that I fish on that side, which is where all my gear is. But honestly, such a cool little venue, really like nice, intimate little pool. And the fish in here grow pretty big. There's a couple of 30-pounders, multiple other 20s. I think there's like close to 10 now, and then there's a hell of a load of just 20-pounders. So it's really good. And honestly, if I get lucky, I could break a PB. I was super excited to be fishing a new and much easier venue. It's just down that margin, basically. Just down that margin still. Big carp just jumped on the other side. Nice, we're around the margins. Only minutes after baiting up, I started to get liners. Right, so I've got both the rods out in places which I think are good. I cast one kind of along the margin where I was recommended to cast, and then I saw carp showing on the far back, so I cast straight to that. And yeah, I've had some liners on the rod on the far margin where that carp showed, so hopefully I'll get a bite pretty soon. Right, well, I'm at a bit of a loss of hope, to be honest, as although I got a few liners on the right-hand rod, that all stopped, it all went quiet. So yeah, I just decided to leave it, but I went round to chuck some bait out over the first rod, the left-hand rod, and that has had a few liners now. I had a proper one, I kind of pulled up tight, but then dropped back, and it's kind of just stayed like that. It didn't fully drop back, it wasn't like a proper bite. I'm assuming maybe carp got hooked and it was able to shake the hook immediately, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's basically the most eventful thing that's happened so far. I did have a few other small liners over that rod a little bit later onwards. This has been happening over the past 2 hours. Nothing else. It's all kind of went quiet now. I'm just about to go around the lake to do some B-roll. Right, well, I was just taking some B-roll for the video, and yeah, carps just jumped out down here. Now I don't think I'm just going to move down here, considering I was getting liners, and you know, that is the recommended spot, and where I also did see a carp jump out, so I think I'll just wait for now. The afternoon passed quietly, so I recast the rods to make sure everything was perfect. And not long afterwards, as I was losing hope, I finally got a bite. No freaking way! Yeah, no way I've actually got a bite. There was fears going up over that rod for maybe 10-15 minutes, I don't know. Right as I was literally complaining that I was going to get nothing, the rod ripped off. He's so powerful. Like, he feels really powerful. He's not taking much line. He's trying to take me for those roots. Whoa, that was a huge swell. I cannot believe I'm finally connected into a carp. This took so long. It's finally happened. I don't like this at all. I do not like this. I just want him to be in the net. He's just going back and forth, back and forth. He does not want to surface. Like, he's just holding deep. This feels like a good fish, to be honest. I don't know why. Like, it's not putting up a massive fight, as I've already said, but like, I haven't seen it. By now, at other lakes, I feel like I would have seen the fish. It's not bad. I've seen part of the fish. I didn't get the bite or part of the fight on camera because the GoPro battery had run out. I wasn't really checking. I was just too busy complaining about how, you know, this holiday hates me or whatever. The lakes are cursed and I just can't get a fish out of them. But never mind. Oh, wow. That seems pretty decent, to be honest. It's definitely a double. It's holding really deep. It's not fighting massively. Oh wow, that's not a bad fish. It's a fully. It's fully. Please, 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 please. Come on, come on, come on. Come on to open water. Don't want to put too much pressure on the fish, but you know, I don't want to let it go anywhere. Right, that's got the adrenaline going. Oh, see the tail under me. I knew it had to be a half decent fish. The swirls was making them big. Oh wow. Wow, okay. I can't tell how big it is, but it's not bad. He's trying to get back to the roots again. I cannot let that happen. I'm so glad he didn't put up a massive fight right when I had him, because he could have literally taken me into those tree roots. It's not a bad fish. I really hate this. Like, I'm obviously enjoying the fight, but like, when it's that first fish and you really need to be off the mark, that adrenaline just goes up. You know, you're almost like scared. You know, like Danny Fairbrass once said, you're almost, you know, shaking so much that you're scared that you're gonna shake it off. No, don't you dare go down there. Don't go down there, don't go down there. Don't go down there. It needs to be on the surface. Oh, that is a beaut, that is a beaut. No, wait. I'll tell you when he's ready, but he's... Let me focus. The swirls he's making are massive. Yeah, don't wait to be ready. Alright. Yeah, go. Yes, get in there. 2 days this took. One bite. That's quite big, to be honest. 15 to 16 pound probably. He's like short, but he's like really fat. Yeah, it's like bang on 20. Just over 20. 20 pounds! Get in there, personal best! He said I'll probably break a PB. There we go. Look at that. Honestly, to say that I'm like over the moon for this is definitely an understatement. I've now spent 2 days and nights, you know, trying for carp and just basically failing. You know, I got done in the night by one. You know, I had carp showing over my spot. I knew they were in the area, but I just couldn't get them to take the bait. But then one of the bailiffs, the guy who does the tackle shop here, said that if I wanted to, I could go onto an easier lake because basically the people who were fishing it had just left, and that, yeah, I'd have lake exclusive access. So obviously I jumped at the opportunity, and yeah, it definitely paid off. But if you're watching this video, thank you so much for letting me onto this lake. You're an absolute legend. Honestly, this has made my year. I mean, look at that. £20 fully scaled mirror, my biggest UK carp, and just my biggest carp overall. You know, it's my biggest international. It's just a few ounces bigger than the French one. But yeah, it's definitely much prettier. Look at it. Oh my god. I am absolutely chuffed. Yes. Oh my god, I need to actually put it down. Like, my arms are hurting.
Oh my days, is that scaly banger?
Mm-hmm.
Fully scaled?
Yep, pretty much. There she goes. Oh my god. That is honestly insane. I mean, my hopes were that my first fish from here would be a 20, and it was. £20 fully scaled banger. Absolutely incredible. Honestly, this is great. I mean, the fact that I caught a 20 here was insane. I mean, there are not tons of 20s in here. You know, there's a lot of doubles and stuff. I think there's probably maybe 30 20s in here out of, if that, out of like, you know, the 100 plus fish in here. And to think I had a 20 out of the lake, you know, where they are a bit smaller, you know, what if I catch a fish in the big lake tonight? You know, that could be a 30 pounder, or even another 20 would be good, I don't mind. Or an upper double, I really don't mind. Anything is good now. You know, I've caught a fish, I've made a video, and yeah, I mean, what more could I ask for? I've still got a few hours at this lake, and then I've got the whole night on there. I'm not expecting to catch anything on there because it's been pretty difficult, but now that I'm potentially onto the fish, as I've seen carp showing my swim, meaning they've definitely been feeding in the area, and I got done in the night. You know, I'm closer than ever before to catching them, and hopefully something will happen. Well, I was just preparing the bait mix for tonight, and this rod just got a bite. Like, well, I think a fish must have picked up the rig and shook it out as, you know, the rod tip, you know, twitched around, the line pulled up tight. But yeah, I'm assuming, you know, he got hooked and was able to shake the hook. So it's unfortunate, but it means they're definitely in the area and they're feeding. So yeah, it's a good sign of what's to come. But yeah, I've only got a few hours left at this lake, so hopefully I can get another bite. I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. There's definitely a chance, as there are fish feeding in the area. I felt closer than ever to catching a monster, so I decided to give that night my all. I'll be happy with something onwards from a mid-double, to be honest, you know. That would do. As, you know, I've struggled so much on this lake, you know, and anything would be great. But, you know, since I've caught, I'm happy. It's been worth it, you know, it's been great, you know, carp fishing in luxury. It's actually been really, you know, just really enjoyable. You know, I was able to sleep in a bed, you know, whilst having rods out, you know, which basically doesn't happen when you're on the bank. You know, you're in a bed chair, it's not as comfy, you know, you're kind of roughing it. But yeah, anyway, I've got the rods out, I've spotted over them, and by the looks of it, there's carp showing over the rods, or in that general area. So hopefully, I'm gonna get a bite tonight. That'd be so good. Honestly, I'll be over the moon. Like, I'm already over the moon, but I'll be like beyond over the moon. Although I gave the lake everything I had, sometimes it's just not meant to be. Although I had accomplished everything I came here to do, this year passed so quickly, and to end it on a big one made everything worth it. But none of this would have been possible without the help of my parents.